From power and pack-a-punch, to a dragon shield and a literal dragon, to secret abilities and secret garments, to secret upgrades you might not have even known about years later. This is everything you didn't know about one of the best zombie maps of all time, GOROD KROVI. Now, if you haven't played GOROD KROVI, man, are you in for a treat. As I said, I do believe this is one of the best zombie maps of all time, and I'm excited to walk you through, but let's get started. By round one, we're in the classic point system, so we are going to want to melee all of the zombies on round one, making sure to also prone underneath the quick revive for that extra 100 points. And once we've survived, I do like to buy the RK5 off of the wall right there, if you're like me and you're a scrub and you haven't done all of the Easter eggs yet. But then for round two, take out your MR6, and we're gonna do the ever fun and ever tedious thing of shooting zombies in the ankle, collateralizing when you can, so that way you can get the maximum amount of points from every single zombie. It's thrilling gameplay, I know you're excited. And then once we're out of ammo with that, we can just melee. Be careful, sometimes they take 2 melees on round 2. And then on round 3 with our RK5, we can one burst into the kind of lower chest of a zombie and then melee for maximum points. And as you're in this spawn room, something you will want to take notice are these challenge boards. The one with the fire is the one that you are in charge of or responsible for. We will get to these, but it's important to know that they're here in the spawn room. Now, you don't have to do this point maximizing every single game, but it's good to. And once we hit the end of round 4, we could do a similar thing with the RK5 on round 4, but we're gonna open up this door, and the route that I always like to go is I like to go to the right near Juggernog, because Juggernog is great, and then come down these stairs, go all the way underneath this tunnel. Yes, I am skipping some parts and pieces that I will get to later, but down underneath here, again, left or right, I usually like to go left. There's some strategies that keep both door closed, but it's all right. And then we can go to this door, and through here we have the main, well, one of the main ends of the buildings, and this is Dragon Command, and this is where our power switch will be. We can power on the facility, including Sophia, which looks familiar if you're a fan of Black Ops 6, doesn't it? But now I want to do a couple of different things. Right away, you are going to notice that one of these zombies is going to drop something special for Pack-a-Punch. But in the middle of doing all of that, I am going to be spinning the mystery box in hopes of getting the wonder weapon. You always want to give the zombies a lot of respect here in these older games because they will down you really quickly, especially in Black Ops 3 with the double swipe that they do. Oop, there you go. There's our first drop. This is a code cylinder. We will pick it up. Dragon Command code cylinder. Cool. That is going to be one of the main things. Oh, and I got an immolation liquidation. Perfect. Let's find the mystery box first things first, and then we'll get to that Pack-a-Punch. We have the mystery box here. I'm going to pop all 3 of these fire sails so that way they stack on top of each other. And then I'll hit the mystery box. This will not only get us a decent weapon to play the game with, the L4 Siege is really good, but it will also hopefully get us the wonder weapon of this map, which is the Ray Gun Mark III. But be aware, during this map, there are dragons that fly around and will light this place on fire, so just be careful. Ooh, the PPSH, that's a good one. I always like to keep that since we're playing GOROD KROVI. It's one of the map exclusive weapons. And there we are, the Ray Gun Mark III and the PPSH. What a great combo. And again, before we get to the Pack-a-Punch, I do want to show you all of the shield part locations because it's really simple on this map. The first shield piece is on this little right side of the map. If we come up here, I believe the first location is right on top of this area. Then we can come on down and it is clearly on this wall. But then if we follow this down, I know it's a little confusing, but once you play the map, you kind of understand. The last location of this piece could be right there. And don't worry, we will be going that way soon. But the next piece is going to be on the other side of the map, right up here. The first location is going to be on this bed. The next location is going to be down here, which it is right there. And then if we go all the way up, you can kind of see, I'll show you a picture of a map, but this is basically like a mirrored version of the same map layout. But here is the last location of this piece. There you go. You can see where we're at. We got these two little middle parts and everything. Oh boy, don't go down, donuts. But then the last piece is going to be back where we started. So if we go back underground, we are going to be looking for a shield piece, which is it right here in this underground area. But then outside of that underground area, it could be on this truck, and it could be all the way back up here near Jug on this chair. But since we're here, I'm definitely going to buy myself some Jug, please. No. Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh, man. And you know what? With that little scare, I think I'm going to buy myself some quick revive too. But now that we have, oh, by the way, look at this. This is such a gorgeous map. It's so great. But now that we have all three shield pieces, we can come down here to the only craftable table, which is right here, and we can craft the shield. This is the Guard of Fafnir, and it's pretty good. But now we have the wonder weapon, we have the shield, and our regular weapon. We could focus on Pack-a-Punch. So we got that Dragon Command code cylinder. We're going to need to enter it in right here to launch a Groff module. This is going to launch something from the sky. Hopefully I get a good shot of this. Yes, look at that. Epic trailer shot. So this is going to spawn in zombies that we need to defend this module from. As you start killing the zombies, you'll notice that it charges up this Groff module. And you could use a regular weapon. You can use your wonder weapon. Doesn't quite matter. This is not all that difficult. I just got really lucky with the wonder weapon. But to be honest, I think the wonder weapon is pretty common out of the mystery box in this map. So one immolation liquidation usually does it for me. But any second now, we can use our alternate fire hero. Don't worry, I'll explain this wonder weapon very soon because it is pretty good. But we should get enough kills so that this will open. Yes, indeed it is. And then we can grab one of our network circuits. And then the Groff module will explode. And then we are going to just kill zombies and wait for another one of those code cylinders, which should be very, very soon. Hey, speaking of, all right, supply depot, great. We're going to go into this, whatever right, left side of the map you're thinking of. And down underground here, we have to go through here. Here's Speed Cola. Through this door, this is the supply depot with, again, some amazing giant dragons, giant mechs. And this is another computer that we will initiate a Groff module with. We can come up here. Be careful. It's pretty narrow. Kind of take a look down. Where is it going to land? Where is it going to land? It's going to land right there. It has that green beam up in the sky. Very easy to see. I believe it's just right up here. You can see all the zombies running to it. We can shoot all the zombies, electrocute this Groff module. Very easy. Now, in terms of this wonder weapon, there are two firing modes, I guess. There's two different things that this does. Obviously, we have a regular ray gun type of thing, kind of ray gun Mark II, but also if you shoot the left gun, it slows down the zombies with this beam, but then if you then mix that with the right one, it creates kind of a portal effect. But now we have our second network connector, and then very soon we'll kill another zombie, and oh, I thought that was going to be another code cylinder, but we should get a code cylinder pretty soon. And there we go. We're only on round 6. We have the tank factory code cylinder. So now we need to go to the opposite side of the map. You can see we're on the right side of the map over there. Now we're going to the left with this giant robot right there. Beautiful. We're going to go through its fingers. Isn't this such a cool map design? Going up through here, we're going to open up this door, which opens up both doors. And then up here, it's a little precarious. In this computer for the Groff module, kind of take a look in the sky. Look at that. It's so beautiful. Where is it going to land? Oh, it's all the way back at spawn, it looks like. Let's go run towards that beam of light. You are timed for this. So if the zombies deal enough damage to this Groff module, then it will be destroyed. But again, you see how frequently they spawn in with the zombies. I wouldn't worry about it too much. You can hear that it's taking damage, which is not good. How do we get upstairs? We're going to get upstairs by going, oh no, it's through the spawn room. Okay, cool. So we're gonna throw that down. We'll spawn that. So that's gonna create a bunch of a black hole type of effect. We can reload while it's going. Hopefully it stops all the zombies. Let's throw that down, slow them down, and then create a little damaging effect. That's a max ammo we can hopefully save. We'll do that. Reload, and very soon, pretty please, Groff module, complete yourself. There it is. It's complete. It's complete. And then we'll pick up that max ammo. We'll pick up our third network circuit. And here's the dragon. Now this dragon's going to spit fire, like I said. But if we have our shield out, we will not take damage from the fire. So just one of the amazing things that this shield does, and will come back into play later in the game. But now that we have all three of these network connectors or network circuits, we can come back underground to this computer and place the network circuit right there. And now we have a dragon controller, which is as cool as you think it's gonna be, because now we can go to either three of the stations we just went at, and we can summon a dragon to Pack-a-Punch. But before we do that, I want to get some points. It is worth mentioning that zombies will still drop these code cylinders, and you can continue to do them throughout the entirety of this game, but they will only get you power-ups, you know, like nukes, double points, max ammos, that sort of thing. So they're not incredibly useful, but it might be worth doing if you want something to do during this game. Oh, look at that dragon. It's so cool. All right, so now I have enough points for Pack-a-Punch. I'm going to run up here and I will summon in this dragon. Oh, we got some liquid divinium. I'm going to throw that down to give us some time so we can see this beautiful animation. Look at this. It's a real dragon. It's crazy, isn't it? This map is insane. So now we are going to ride this dragon. And the first time you saw this cutscene in game, it was so magical. Like, it's just, this is zombies. And then we have this cutscene of a dragon with this epic music, this war going on with explosions going around. There's a reason people think Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 are the best games of all time with best maps of all time. And little details like this are just part of the reason why. But now that we're at our destination, the dragon will launch us off into this random house, and we can take our gun, go downstairs, and we can Pack-a-Punch it. Ding, and it's good, and we have a beautiful Pack-a-Punch camo. And that could be it. You could be good, you could spin the mystery box, you could get more points to Pack-a-Punch these guys, and that could be your GOROD KROVI experience, and that's perfectly fine. However, there is a ton of depth that GOROD KROVI has that I would highly encourage you interacting with, because not only is it fun, it's also approachable and not that difficult. The first of which is going to be the crystal right here. If we interact with this crystal, it's going to trigger a lockdown. This lockdown spawns in a permanent max ammo, and each of the three sides of this house are going to come under attack by zombies, and if you play Black Ops 6 or Cold War, a very familiar enemy. This is the original Mangler, and they are a threat in this game. All we need to do is defend 4 waves against these Manglers and these zombies, and we will get a special reward. I would recommend using the Wonder Weapon for this, as well as a Pack-a-Punched gun, because it can get pretty intense, especially the very final encounter. Now, as we're killing these Manglers, there's a side secret. If you shoot off all of the arm cannons and the helmets from them, you will get sort of like a bonus bit of armor, but I'll go into more detail about that later. So that's when the things come down, you'll know that side is done, and you can see these oh, there you go. So I've shot off, I think it's like 4 or 5 Mangler helmets, and so now I've completed some sort of secret Easter egg. You could repair these windows too. I like doing that, as well as shooting them in through this window. I like using my regular weapon for these first couple waves, because the third wave is going to be really easy, or the fourth wave is going to be really easy with this Wonder Weapon. Don't be afraid to retreat into the house. They're only coming from one side, so you can kind of train around the house if you really need to. But now I'm going to focus on shooting off their arm cannons. It's not as effective as their heads, but we do need it for that special Easter egg type thing. And there we go. That should be the last one. Great. We're running a little low on ammo with this PPSH, but that's okay. We have these mounted MG42s. I've always been too afraid to try it in solo, but feel free to. I know some people think they're very effective, but they're more of kind of like a co-op gimmicky sort of thing. But as I'm running low on this ammo, instead of getting that max ammo, what I'm going to do instead is I am going to switch to my Wonder Weapon, and we're just going to sit here and we're just going to kill them all like this, because this is going to be really effective. And then this should be the last, I think, of this phase. There might be a Mangler still there. Let's see if we can't do that. Beautiful. And there's another Mangler. Okay, all right, let's just try to shoot that. Good. Now that the first 3 phases are done, I'll grab this max ammo, and you'll see they're coming from all sides now. This is pretty crazy. You could train underground with a regular weapon or a strong weapon, but what I'm instead going to do, oh, hey, Valkyrie, I am going to sit in this corner where we first spawned in, and I'm just going to shoot the ground with the wonder weapon like so, because they don't come from behind. They only come from the staircase and this window, and the wonder weapon is really strong for this. You just keep shooting the ground, shooting that. And like I said, I know this is like the wonder weapon. I used a gobblegum to get it, but spinning the mystery box, you get this very consistently. And like I said, if you don't want to use any gobblegums, you could just come back and do this when you do get the wonder weapon, because it's going to be effective until the late 40s, I think. And so the zombie should start slowing down. And that's when you know you just have Manglers left. And you can most of the time hear them coming. So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot off your arm cannon if I can. Maybe I can't. And there we go. That is the lockdown complete. Lockdown ending. And now we can pick up our Dragon Strike controller. Don't worry, I will show this off, but there is something even better down here that we can get started. And that's gonna come when we go downstairs, which is this way, across from Pack-a-Punch, going downstairs. Lots of stuff to be down here with the main Easter egg, but going down here, it's just one big room. If we look up here, there is a dragon egg that we can shoot. It's gonna fall down, and we are gonna be able to pick it up and then jump down, hey zombie, and then jump down into this sewer. Again, there's some Easter eggy things that you could do for the main quest that I'm not going to do this game. But once we leave the sewer, we're going to find ourselves all the way back at spawn. Hello, hello. And to showcase what we just did that lockdown for, if we hit, I think, right on the D-pad, I don't know what it is for you on computer there, but there you go. There is a dragon strike. It's basically a mortar strike, but it's a dragon that you command that zombies get attracted to, similar to a monkey bomb. It's pretty awesome, and you can even upgrade it further. But before that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna return to the sign, and we're gonna look at this bottom one. This bottom one is a challenge that started with picking up the dragon egg. So now we need to bathe the egg in fire. And so as we know, there are dragons flying around the map that spit fire. And you could have done it in the spawn room where we just were, but I like going all the way to Dragon Command. This was the easiest one that I did it at, but there's many different places you can do it at. And in this area, there's going to be sort of a nest that you can place the dragon egg on, and now we just have to wait for a dragon to come by. This is the most tedious part of this quest. You could sit here and wait for the dragon to come by, you could progress through the rounds, get some points, get your perks, all that stuff, whatever you decide. I'm not going to go too far because we're going to need to let this dragon egg cool for an entire round, so I'm not going to push it too far, especially in classic zombies, but I'm going to push it 1 or 2 rounds just so I can get some points going. And hey, unquenchable, it's exactly what I wanted for this game. Oh, here's the dragon. Perfect. Cool. So I'm going to set out my dragon shield, and also dragon shield, you can breathe fire yourself. So while you're in this fire, you could just bathe in fire, breathe in fire yourself. It's so darn cool. And the charges, you get 3 charges, if you can see in the bottom right, and they refill every single round. And I would recommend sitting in the fire with your shield because that is part of the shield upgrade process. And yes, if you're a Black Ops 3 or classic zombies noob, well, even if you're a veteran, honestly, it's very unforgiving. So just be careful while surviving. But after the dragon has breathed fire on it, we need to let it cool. So we're gonna pass the round, turn the round, and this thing needs to cool for 1 entire round. So you saw the dragon breathed fire on it on round 9. It needs to cool for the entirety of round 10. And then at the beginning of round 11, we can pick it up. So in the meantime, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna run up here and grab myself some double tap, just so I can make my gun stronger. And I think Black Ops 6 has spoiled me. I wanna go get speed cola to reload faster. Although you do have to be careful. You cannot shoot while you're drinking the perks back in Black Ops 3. That was introduced in Black Ops 4. But the good thing about this map is that you have so many tools to destroy and kill zombies with. It's just really fun to play this map, and you'll notice, sometimes using these abilities leads to other Easter eggs. Very, very interesting. But also, we have a pack-a-punched weapon, all of our perks, and the wonder weapon all by round 10. So the progression of these older games can feel a little bit weird. But now, okay, so we've turned around. That was the last zombie. Oh, the dragon's here. The dragon's here. Okay, so now we can retrieve this dragon egg, and in the bottom right, you're going to notice that there is a yellow ring around the dragon egg. That represents some challenges and your challenge progression. But first, this is the max ammo round of GOROD KROVI. These are the Valkyries. In my opinion, one of the coolest bosses in all of zombies. We don't see a lot of robots here. There they are. They have 3 tentacles. They have a camera on the front that you can shoot off, but doing so will activate some sort of like suicide kamikaze thing, but you can also shoot off all of their appendages. Really interesting mechanics. I love it so much. And again, shooting off all of the different appendages, I'm gonna sit in this fire. Shooting off all of the different appendages, shooting off the cameras, all count towards a challenge. And after this first round, these things will spawn in, these things will spawn in electrified zombies. Really interesting, but as we were saying, with the dragon egg in the bottom right, we can come back to here, this bottom star. We're going to need to kill napalm zombies now. And as you're progressing, you can do all of these different challenges here. I should have mentioned that, but they all provide you different rewards and everything. But now this bottom one is just about the dragon egg challenge. So we need to kill napalm zombies. So we're going to need to find a place that's easy to train, easy to survive, and somewhere where the dragon likes to breathe fire. Personally, I find that place to be the tank factory. So if we go on the left side of the map, I haven't been here too much, but this is where they develop all of the tanks, which you can see outside of there. This area, it's first of all so cool, but this area is, in my opinion, the best place to train and survive. I've trained here around 55 plus. It's very easy. There's no super sprinters. The dragon will breathe fire here, but unfortunately there's no place that I know of to put the dragon egg. And so remember, our challenge is to kill napalm zombies, which are just zombies that get set on fire by the dragon above. So we'll just have to wait a little bit of time before the dragon gets over here. Again, this is a pretty tedious process, but it's not too bad. And there you go. The particles on your screen kind of act like a warning, like, hey, the dragon's gonna be here. So there you go. There's some fire being breathed on the zombies. We can just train them all through here. And then once they're on fire, we need to be careful because they explode now. And believe me, that can be a very big hazard. And as you can see, the yellow line across the dragon egg just increased. And if you memorize these challenges, the first of which being napalm kills, the second of which I think is going to be melee kills or perhaps collaterals, I forget myself, you don't need to run back to spawn and look at the challenge board every time. I'm just doing so just to show you and demonstrate that yes, this is pretty consistent. But if we make our way back to the challenge board, what we can do, take a look at this bottom star. We are going to need to get penetrating multi-kills. So that one can be difficult to do. I don't believe it can be done with the ray gun Mark III, unfortunately. And you know what? Let's go up top here. I want to show you. I know I didn't do a map layout, but I kind of just want to walk through the map as I talk to you. See, we have the right and the left again. Left side of the map, we're going to be brought over here towards the tank factory. It's all pretty simple once you start playing it. And then downstairs we go, and we're back to this. So now we're going to need collaterals that deal as multi-kills, which can be difficult, especially if you have a PPSH. But we could always test it out together. Okay, that's a multi-kill, right? We're going to do that. And we're going to keep constantly checking that dragon egg to see if it works. Doing some live testing for you back in Black Ops 3, doing some stats and graphs, maybe, no? The dragon is back to breathe more fire. Isn't that great? I'm going to end this round and I'm going to stand in the fire. Now, if I recall correctly, we might be able to use the shield charge as a penetrating multi-kill, but I'm not entirely sure. I know I need to be better about my ultimate guides. And the dragon is back again. Okay, we'll just take out the shield and we should be good. Now, honestly, that might not be a bad thing for us because now what we might be able to do is kind of just spray into here and maybe get penetrating multi-kills that way. I don't think so. No. Okay. So I will go ahead and try to use my shield just to see if this is gonna work. I don't think it is. You can see my shield is almost broken. I'm gonna actually break it this round and get a new one. You cannot buy a new shield. You cannot repair your shield. It has to break before you go to the shield station and get another one. So I'm just gonna sit here, let them break it. Very good. We'll run all the way down. You really do want to be careful doing things mid-round. Even though it's round 14, this is still very dangerous to do. We're going to hit this shield, make sure we got the shield. And honestly, I'm just going to go around. I'm just going to keep running around because turning around, really dangerous. What I know does work for this step is going to be insta-kills and death machines. Like I said, this is a very dangerous game. Like literally 2 zombies and I went down. That's crazy. Well, allow me to show you how to regain on GOROD KROVI. Use your ray gun Mark II. I'm just gonna go this way up top because the first thing you're gonna want is to get Jug, which is over this way. We can throw down one of these before we buy it, and then we can make our way back to spawn, get ourselves some quick revive, and we're basically fine. And there's an insta-kill, perfect, and some more dragons. Cool, so now I'm gonna sit in this corner, and I'm gonna sit here and pop, there you go, that was penetrating multi-kills, that's great. I'm gonna hit this nuke because this last challenge is very easy. Like I said, insta-kills gonna be your best bet. Now we just need to get melee kills, and I'm gonna buy back some perks. All right, round 15, bought all of my perks again. It's almost like getting back up is easier in these earlier games, huh? But anyway, we need melee kills, and luckily the shield counts as melee kills. So what we can do is we can just boom, do that a couple times, and there is our dragon egg completed. And yes, the dragon breathes fire quite frequently. It is a little bit annoying. But now what I'm gonna do is we need to head back to the Pack-a-Punch room, and I do want to Pack-a-Punch my wonder weapon for no reason other than I just want to. But instead of going to the dragon command to get to Pack-a-Punch, we're gonna go up right here. We can now summon the dragon again at a different location. There are 3 locations total. If you summon the dragon from 3 different locations and do some other things, you'll get a neat little Easter egg. But here's the dragon again. We will ride the dragon again. This is a great view. Look at this. You got a dragon breathing fire, dragon going to Pack-a-Punch, that giant robot. How can you not love this map? But now that we're at the Pack-a-Punch location, we are going to, well, first of all, we're going to Pack-a-Punch our wonder weapon right down here. Be sure you're safe to Pack-a-Punch it, of course. We'll take this. This is the Maelstrom of Iris. The Maelstrom. The Maelstrom is in this game. It's not just in Black Ops 6. Although it might be stronger in Black Ops 6 than this is. And in fact, it is. This drops off at 40, but the Maelstrom in Black Ops 6 is good forever. Anyway, now that we have our dragon fully upgraded, we can incubate it right here. And this is going to start a kind of mini lockdown full of zombies, just like a Graph module. And we can shoot everything. You'll notice that the thing gets electrified from all of the zombies. It does get pretty intense, so I would recommend Speed Cola, the Wonder Weapon, a good weapon, a good partner. This is actually pretty easy. This is a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was a lot more intense. But Pack-a-Punching this Wonder Weapon doesn't do anything other than increase its damage and ammo, question mark. It's really easy. It's one of those old school Black Ops 1 Wonder Weapons. There you go. Here are the zombies. We're just gonna sit here, camp in this corner, and we've got a voice prompt saying that the egg is complete. So now it needs to cool down for, you guessed it, 1 full round. And you need to do everything we've done so far in this game in order to even start the main quest. So you'll see how GOROD KROVI is also one of the most difficult maps of all time, at least in terms of the main quest. And this generator's on, which is for the main quest. And we're getting character quotes from Dr. Monty, from OG Nikolai, and these characters are so good. If you're still not convinced to play Black Ops 3, I don't know what's going to convince you. Well, actually, there's one thing that might convince you. The environmental storytelling is off the charts in this game, and all I'm doing right now is literally just sitting in this corner spamming this so that way we can progress around. It's nothing crazy. Ooh, there's a death machine power up. Yeah, it's a power up in Black Ops 3. Really fun. I wish it was like this in Black Ops 6. At least 1 kill streak. I think it'd be pretty fun. And hopefully this is starting to feel like the end of the round. round pretty soon. End of round double points. It's not just in Black Ops 6, it's in Black Ops 3 too. Oh no. Man, that wasn't the end of the round. That's crazy. We're still going. It was a pretty slow spawn point then. Mangler. All right, incubation complete. We are going to be able to retrieve our dragon egg. We got some XP from that. We'll jump down into the sewer, and once we come out of this area, we can go back to our challenge totem, and we can hold F for our reward, and this reward is the Gauntlet of Siegfried. This is my favorite wonder weapon, maybe in all of zombies. If we hold our specialist, we have a literal fire-breathing dragon, but not only that, we can release the dragon, and it will defend us, and we have this 115 punch, which will probably make you go down after a while, because if the zombies are on fire and then you punch all of them, you get a bunch of explosive damage. It's pretty crazy. And then you can retrieve your whelp, I guess, this little mini dragon at any point in time for a flamethrower. And look at how long we've been using this. This thing is crazy. This thing puts Dark Flare to shame. It's insane. It's insane. Look at it. Look at it. It's a dragon. It's a dragon on your arm. I love it. Okay, and then you can put it away to save your charge. But now, kill 8 zombies with an elevator, ride the dragon from each platform, and kill 100 zombies with dragon strikes. Okay, those are different challenges. I might show you. They're very simple to do. I think you guys will understand that. Hello, dragon. I'm going to get out of your way. We've got another bug round or max ammo round. Oop, and I just heard a little completion noise from these Valkyries, but we haven't got it yet. So I've shot off all of their tentacles. I just need to shoot off their cameras now, which is the little red thing right there. Oop, there you go. That did it. Okay, so this, I think, is going to be the first of the helmet Easter eggs that we're going to be able to do. There's our max ammo. But now, yes. Okay, so right here, if you shoot off the Valkyrie's helmet or the camera and the tentacles, I think it's like 5 times, we can equip this hat, which gets us certain attributes that make the Valkyries easier to kill and us take less damage from the Valkyries. I thought it gave you the exact stats, but maybe I messed up somehow. But that's also what we did for the Manglers too. And there are some dragon wings that we're definitely going to do. But first, I want to upgrade this shield. That's right, you can upgrade this shield. You know, this fire breathing shield, which is awesome. Oh, that was the noise. That was the noise for the upgrade. Okay. Yeah, we're going to be able to upgrade it. And I think we've done quite a bit of progress towards it. But you'll notice it's only round 19. And every time I sit in a round, I'm always trying to get back to here because, as you saw, classic zombies is very punishing. I'm going to try to get down to 1 zombie because now that we've gotten, I think it's 50 kills with the shield, it could be melee or charged shots. We're going to melee that. There's some lights on that giant robot right there. And I think I'm also going to let this guy break my shield real quick. I want some more charges. The Black Ops 3 zombie melee speed is insane. They're cracked out in this game. It's so crazy. They're so much more aggressive in Black Ops 3. They demand your respect. They demand your accountability. They hold you accountable. That's what it is. So we're going to grab another shield. So we shot one of the symbols on that giant robot. I'll give you a better look of it over here. This is Dragon Command. Again, 3 different areas, 3 different symbols. There you go. We're going to fire it right there. Beautiful. Sophia's looking at us as we pass by. Oh, that was a little jump scare, wasn't it? And then on this right side of the map in the supply depot where Speed Cola is, these symbols are going to be on this archway. As soon as we walk in, we got a completion noise. I feel great. Now, the second part of this dragon shield upgrade is going to be sitting inside of fire for about 30 seconds to a minute. I feel like I'm fairly close to that, but I do want to show you what we're about to do in case you've done it already. To upgrade the shield, once we've sat in fire, we're going to bring it to here. Oh, and we did do it. And we're going to upgrade to the Guard of Fafnir, or we're upgrading from the Guard of Fafnir to, what is this going to be called? It's going to be Tiamat's Maw. These are all like Greek gods or ancient gods or Nordic gods or something like that. It's just cool stuff, you know? And so now I don't know what this does. I think it's more damage. It might be more durable. I don't know. I wasn't doing stats and graphs back in the day, so who knows? But as another detail, we have, you can see in our profile picture, we have the Valkyrie on our head, symbolizing that, yes, we have some immunity to the Valkyries. Not immunity, but resistance to the Valkyries. There is another special item that we can hold. sort of like an augment. If we come to the supply depot, we're going to summon a dragon up here. And this is the only place you can get the dragon. It's pretty sketchy if you ask me. We'll go around here and then we can go on the dragon. This is the third and final place we can ride the dragon from. And despite this being one of the best cutscenes in all of Zombies, especially mid-game cutscene just for Pack-a-Punch. Look at it go right by this giant robot. It can get a little tedious, and if you're just trying to run, if you're going on a high round run and you need to get to Pack-a-Punch, you might want a way to cut out this cutscene. And luckily, they thought of that and they put it in here. We've ridden this dragon in all different platforms, and if we listen, there you go. Not only did we get a trial complete, but there's another secret challenge completed. I am gonna double Pack-a-Punch my gun so that way we get an ammo mod on top of it. Please give me some dead wire, please. Unfortunately, these are all random, so you know, might need to sink some points in the box in order to get what you want. There's Blast Furnace. You know what? I'll keep Blast Furnace. Plus the purple looks great. So now that we've ridden all of the dragons from the 3 different platforms, we can go back to spawn. And once we're back at spawn, we'll go back in the department store where you put on all the clothes like your helmets. And now if we go somewhere, I think it's past Jug on the right, maybe. Nope, it's not. Don't listen to me. I think it's on the second story. If we go on the second story, yes, on the second story, right by where the dragon is, we are going to find a pair of wings. And this is going to get us, it might be a little bit of fire immunity. Again, I don't have the stats, I don't have the graphs, okay? It was a different time back in Black Ops 3, all right? But what you'll find now at every single station where we could call the dragon in, there is a pole, a light right here that we can, boom, fast travel to the hatchery, to the Pack-a-Punch area. How nifty is that? And you can see in our profile picture, now we have wings instead of the Valkyrie helmet. In fact, let's go after that third helmet. I think it's with the Mangler. And believe me, we're not done with this map yet, but we do have this trial complete, and this middle trial is going to get us a max ammo. Now, if you're like me and you want to save that max ammo, you could just leave it right there. At least I think you can leave it right there and it shouldn't despawn. Yes, it's lowering back into the ground and it's gone. Cool. This one I think gets you a gun, and that one gets you a free perk, question mark? We shall see. But right now I'm gonna head back to our training area because I'm taking no chances, especially because I'm going to use our unquenchable gobblegum. Oh man, okay, take out the wonder weapon bonus. There you go. I'm gonna buy myself some stamina up. We're gonna go past the 4 perk limit of Black Ops 3 and Classic Zombies and get myself some stamina, because training is so much better once you have stamina. And I would highly recommend, as you're training in Classic Zombies, always having a wonder weapon out or a get out of jail free thing out, because it can get pretty difficult, as you guys just saw. And now you'll see why everybody hated Manglers even back in Black Ops 3. I am going to try to take off his hand cannon as best as I can. Nope, I cannot. Okay, that's fine. Maybe I could do it with this. There we go. Oh, that killed him, huh? The Mangler will ruin your trains. It will make them all fall down, which is so difficult to deal with, and they spawn in so frequently, and the hand cannon that they have is crazy powerful. It will literally like 360, 180 no scope you around a corner. It's crazy powerful. Like I said, you always want to be careful with the zombies. Let's go ahead and blast furnace all of them. They're all going to explode. They do deal damage to you. Now, this is one of the reasons I miss training in zombies, at least this classic style of training. You're always looking for an opening, and when I'm going in this counterclockwise direction, I'm always looking if I should shoot that gap or if I should cut in early and kind of go around here, just like I did just then. Do I have an opening? Can I get through? Is it safe? Yes, I can. I'm always turning my back towards the zombies because I have the shield on, just like Turtle Shell in Black Ops 6. I love it. And then we can blast furnace all of these guys, and blast furnace is not like Napalm Burst. It's going to take out an entire horde, and it's going to get you drops. Now, we can start working on some other challenges, like getting kills with this Dragon Strike controller. You can see I try to aim it there because, you know, we're in the middle of a little gap. If I put it here, it's not going to be able to fire. But there are just so many... so that was a noise, and I believe that was a Dragon Strike upgrade noise. Oh, look at that training. Way to wait for them donuts. That was so good. And unfortunately, the carpenters do not repair your shield, but I think that Dragon Strike was an upgrade thing, an upgrade noise saying that, hey, we can upgrade it now. There's a flag out there. So at the beginning of this round, I'm going to try to shoot that flag. And if it does go away, I'll show you how to upgrade this. So let's go ahead and do it like, oh, we can even zoom in. I didn't even know you could do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if it does, if it goes away. Oh, we're going to upgrade the Dragon Strike. Who even knew you could upgrade the Dragon Strike? But of course, we're going to get to the end of the round first because even though it's round 22, it gets intense. And just mid-game, oh no. Okay, that was good. That was good. Just mid-game, we're getting character quotes from Dr. Monty, you know? It's fun. It's so fun. Death Machine, again, very fun. Let's try not to end the round here. You can kind of see where the zombies are. All right, there we go. So you clearly saw that flag out of bounds right there. That's one location. I guess I should say, once you get like 50 zombie kills or even 30 zombies kills, it felt like that was not a lot of zombie kills. You'll hear that activation noise, and there will be a flag that spawns outside of the map that you need to use your Dragon Strike on. I believe in this area, I wasn't even planning on doing this today. I think it's over there somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's over there. And they're in the four corners of the map. So obviously the tank factory was one. We just swung over here to this one. Let's show you this one over here. Yeah, I did not plan on upgrading this, but you know what? We did it, so we're gonna do it. It's not entirely worth it, but it's still fun. This one, the flag, I think is somewhere. Ooh, it's somewhere out here. Again, I didn't plan on doing it because I don't know it, but I think it's out there somewhere. It's a bright red flag. You guys saw it. Oh, I'm so sorry. It is worth noting that if you're in co-op, you'll get one flag per player. So me, I only got one, but if you have two player, it'll be 2, 3, 3, all that stuff. That's going to be it over there in that corner. I mean, it wasn't there, but that's where it's at when it spawns in at this place. It's random every game. I was just lucky to get it at the tank factory, and I would recommend full perks and the wonder weapon for this. It's going to make it really easy. There's a theme going on here. This wonder weapon makes this map pretty easy, even the Easter egg. Let's go ahead and grab a gobblegum just in case though. Maybe an in plain sight. Oh dude, this gobblegum machine loves me. But now that we have that upgraded, we're going to go back to the hatchery and we can again interact with this again. And this will start another lockdown. And this is similar to the previous lockdown where you have a max ammo and you have to defend it one per side. But instead, we are going to need to spam these Dragon Strike controllers as much as possible. Again, at the style of the time, the guides weren't super tested out. You can see there's no like damage numbers or progress bars, so it's really hard to tell what really qualified as a completion for everything. But you'll see I just got another Dragon Strike controller. I'm gonna use it again right away. Area secure, perfect. So now we're gonna go over here, or the next area, it could be up there too. It's up here, it's up here. Anytime, keep an eye on your Dragon Strike controller. Anytime it respawns, just shoot it outside. I don't know if it's a certain number of kills with the Dragon Strike controller, and you'll notice also the zombies don't go towards it, so you do want to aim kind of closer towards you as possible, so that way you get kills with it. Oh, hello Mangler. Hello Mangler. We'll do this, do that, reload. Dragon Strike, please. Dragon Strike, please. There we go. There's another Dragon Strike. Let's go ahead and put it right there, maybe. Come on, do it, do it, do it. Nice. Okay, there's that second one done, which means we're probably going to go down to here. Again, that max ammo is permanent. Beautiful. The trap is disabled during the lockdown. That's fine. I really want to get this Mangler cannon off. There's another Dragon Strike. We could put it right there. That's a good spot, donuts. That's a good spot. Boom, boom, boom. Beautiful. Shooting this just outside the window to keep him out. Like I said, this is pretty easy. You also have your dragon if you need to, but that's going to be hard to juggle with your Dragon Strike controller. Okay, that one's done. We're going to grab our max ammo. And yes, we're going to be back up here doing the same thing, doing this, setting this down, and just killing zombies. And there's Valkyries now too. So we're just going to be sitting in here until we get the Dragon Strike back. Just keep your calm, keep your cool. There's going to be lots of zombies, lots of pressure. You're only a 5-hit down. There's another Dragon Strike. We're going to mark it out there. Oh, I hope that counted. I really hope that counted. There does seem to be not a lot of zombies out there, but I'm going to keep throwing it out there for the sake of it. There we go. Maybe. There's some Manglers still there. Oh, sorry. I'm going to try to get your arm cannon off. At least we could do something. There you go. Okay, so that arm cannon probably counted. But now, yes, we did it. Equip the Dragonite controller. Now we have 2 Dragon Strikes, and they're red and a little bit stronger. Dang it, I love this map. And it's only round 22. Look at how much stuff we have. We have 2 Dragon Strikes. We have an upgraded Dragon Shield. We have a dragon on our arm, a Dragon Pack-a-Punch camo. I think this map, as it ages, surpasses Der Eisendrache. I think it might even surpass Shadows of Evil for me. In my opinion, it doesn't have the theming that those maps have, but dang it if it isn't really cool. And there we go. We've got the Mangler mask. Look at that. I really do believe that they had stats equipped with it, but this is going to get us extra damage to the Manglers, and I think it's going to make us resistant to the Mangler arm cannon stuff. But you'll see it took off the dragon wings, so we'll need to sit through the dragon process every time we want to go to Pack-a-Punch, which isn't the worst thing in the world. And you're thinking, Donuts, this map is so darn cool. What else could there possibly be that's cool about this map? Well, let me tell you. I just want to showcase the traps of this map because they are stinking amazing. This trap here, you're immune when you go in with the shield with it, but this eye trap, this gigantic eye beam trap, really good, especially if you're training right here. You're utilizing the giant eye beams from this giant robot, and it lasts for so long. Just look at this. Look at this. I mean, look at it. It's crazy. I know there's some nostalgia with Black Ops 3, and like GOROD KROVI is like one of the best maps of all time, but dang it if it doesn't make you just think, well, they don't exactly make them like they used to. Now, the second trap is probably not so obvious, but during the same giant robot, we can activate this trap, and you'll see these fingers just pinching all of the zombies, and it will kill you if you go near it too, but still amazing trap. Next up, we have I think just a basic flogger trap. This is gonna just like fling the zombies. Yeah, it's just gonna fling the zombies. It's nothing crazy, but it's pretty cool, especially if you're trying to escape, you go up here. Next up in the supply depot, very similar to the other trap, we have another giant robot. We're gonna activate the trap here. And there you go. Now this is going to get us something for the Easter egg, but don't worry too much about that. I hope the zombies don't go in that trap, but look at how stinking cool this is. Don't go there. It went there. Don't go there, zombie. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, you did it. Bummer. And I do have to admit, even though I think this map might be one of my favorites of all time, I still haven't completed the Easter egg on it. I know. What a shame. What a shame. Now up here, I don't really use this trap all that often. In fact, I might kill myself on this accidentally, but this is an elevator trap. You can kind of just do this, and then after a while, it'll like, I think it'll kill all of the zombies on it or something. Yeah, there you go, just like that. So that's one of the challenges I need to do, but I'm not gonna do it because it's so difficult. This is such a tight, close-quartered area. I ain't gonna even try it. And I think that's all of the traps. I think so. I think that's all of the traps. Oh no, there's a basic electrical trap right here, which is genuinely pretty good. Oh, and let's see, 100 kills with the Dragon Strike controller. Let's show you. Let's get some zombies. There we go. We've got one. Boom, let's get those killed. Very nice. Again with the dragon. It's so sick. We can get our shield through this fire. There's an insta-kill. How many do we got? Oh, we're so close. Cool. So I'm going to do this again. Dragon Strike unavailable. You're such a liar. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now we're going to do that again. And that should get us our challenge complete. Beautiful. We'll kill this Mangler because he's so strong. And then let's see what we get as a reward. We get a perk. Nice. And it's Widow's Wine. One of the best perk jingles of all time, I must say. And speaking of music, there are count them, two Easter egg songs in this map. The first of which is going to be by interacting with all of these vodka bottles that can be found. First one being on this chair. Oh, that's going to kill him. That's going to kill him. Oh, well, the second one is going to be just outside in this area on the rubble somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's the second one. And then the third one, I should get rid of my Widow's Wine grenades. I don't want that zombie to die. Widow's Wine is overrated if you ask me, just saying. And I took a wrong turn. The third vodka bottle is going to be found inside of the supply depot. As soon as you come inside, right here. This is going to play dead-ended. I'm not going to play it because I don't want it playing in the background just yet. It's a song that's really grown on me, but if it's not exactly your style and you're more of a Motorhead type of person, perhaps you'd like to hear some Ace of Spades, something that I also can't play on the channel. We can come into here. Ooh, look at that plant that I picked up. Interesting. There's an Ace of Spades playing card right there. Interact with it. You'll get a little sound cue of a card being picked up. That little flower we just picked up, I'm not going to go through because that's an Easter egg I don't think anybody knows how to do for real. Like I said, lots of weird, unsolved, inconsistent steps in these older games. But then the next playing card is going to be on the chalkboard right there. And the third playing card is going to be in the hatchery. So we'll need to take a trip on the dragon to get there. Please, dragon, please. Thank you very much. And once we get into the hatchery, the Ace of Spades can be found downstairs to the right of the Pack-a-Punch, that playing card right there. Both songs are absolutely amazing to listen to while playing GOROD KROVI, so enjoy. And to wrap things up, I do want to just mention some high round strategies or some good training strategies. Obviously, what we were doing in the Pack-a-Punch room, just shooting the ground with our wonder weapon, that is a very viable strategy into the early 40s, and then unfortunately the wonder weapon falls off. What we were doing here in this area, the tank factory, this training spot is perhaps the best training spot in the entire map, but on all of the different dragon platforms, you could just sit your butt right here and just spam this wonder weapon and you should be pretty safe. Especially when you add in a trap like this, you could sit here with the wonder weapon, see the dragon breathing fire on all of the zombies, see the giant I-beam trap killing all of the zombies, and just enjoy your time in this amazing, spectacular, over-the-top zombies map. Very much one of the best zombie maps of all time. And if you want another showcase of one of my favorite maps of all time, might I interest you in the underrated classic Dead of the Night? Believe me, it's a lot better than you remember. Be sure to check out my video here, and as always, stay beautiful.